Previously on High Stakes Poker, Jason Kuhn was put in a tough spot.
I guess you can just have top set. I mean, do you even shove aces? I mean, it's kind of a crazy spot, man. I want to believe you, but you gotta have a big hand here.
Phil Hellmuth laid down the best hand and didn't stop talking about it.
Wow, 5, 6, 7. What the is going on here? Oh, God. It's so open. The beautiful thing is, I understood my rants so they could improve their own play. It's the craziest I've ever seen. And all I do is win, 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 win. And they don't understand it. It's so crazy.
The money they're playing for is real. It's their own money. It's coming right out of their pocket.
Come on.
$300,000 in cash with a 4 high.
Now the pot is almost $550,000. And we're now looking at the biggest pot in the history of high stakes poker.
I'm all in. These ladies ain't ladies unless they're your ladies. Got their hands on a monster, and that's what it takes. If you got what it takes, then you can play high stakes.
The bar was set pretty high last episode. Let's see what tonight brings. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Las Vegas. AJ Benza along with Gabe Kaplan. It's a new group tonight with some very familiar faces. The Phils are here, Ivy and Hellmuth, along with Doug Polk, one of many poker players who can't quite stay retired. We start tonight 7-handed as we wait for Tom Dwan to arrive. The left side of the table slightly less experienced than the right, which would make for an interesting table dynamic.
Look, he's getting excited. Look at this.
Well, you are my yummy. You are my yummy. You got me. You raised me. You made a move and hit the 3-outer yesterday, but I don't think it's going to happen today.
There's the chip denominations, and you can see on the far right that $25,000 chip, the cranberries. When those get pushed in, you know blood is spilling.
Makes a very impressive sauce.
Yeah.
No, you love to bluff. Are you kidding me? Let me explain something to you. Anytime you bluff me, it will appear, that hand will appear. So you'll get more press by trying to bluff me.
But Phil, I don't actually want press.
Why are you here?
Because it's poker, it's high stakes poker, and when we were young, this was the biggest show. So as we get older and more successful, it's a dream.
Yeah. What he said.
That's right. When I was young, I used to watch high stakes poker.
When I was young, I used to watch you.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Today, for sure.
Yeah, at this level, I love it.
Who did I watch when I was young?
Oh, boy.
Captain Video
I don't know what to do against Phil ever, see.
and his Video Rangers.
It kind of hit me like on the way here. When you're a kid, like I remember watching the show and like checking the hands out and like watching Phil. I'm sitting next to him.
Got 6,000. Are you a Phil Ivey fan?
I definitely was when I was. I'd say yeah, still am. Yeah.
Here you go, Phil. You a fan?
Phil's day is complete.
Although I'm hoping he stops.
I appreciate it.
I'm hoping he stops owning me though. That'd be nice. Take it easy on me. Let me get a few through.
4 on the
keep
turn.
morale up.
Board is given up. And Daniel says, well, I'll give you another opportunity to bluff.
When's the last time you bluffed me, by the way?
Daniel's a costume change.
Yes, that's an interesting shirt. Looks like Jackson Pollock and Tommy Bahama got drunk one night.
Bren will try a big bluff on the river again.
He bets 9,500.
Let me do it like this, okay?
He likes the big river bluff, so I have to be smart enough to check the nuts.
I don't know
on
what
position
board
to-
he's thinking
to get to
about.
the river.
If I had to pick
There he
someone
goes.
to bluff, you would be #1 on the list.
I know, that's why I keep winning. That's why I won 24
Oh, you want me to bluff?
out of 25 times in the cash games, although I lost twice this week.
We get a look at the stack sizes at the table presented by Poker King. Modest by high stakes standards, but this group is just getting started. Over $1 million on the table in total, with Bryn Kenny leading the way at $224,000. A couple of jacks for Kenny. He's going to raise to $1,500.
I think we're going to play. I think we'll eventually figure it out. It's been kind of loose on the.
Boardy's in with a 6-4 offsuit.
But I think we'll be around 2 or 3.
And here comes Daniels without the CW hat, with ace queen.
We have to do 2, but we can do up to like whatever we want, basically.
6s and 4s for board.
Who promptly bets it. And what is Bryn going to do?
I mean, I think I played long session.
I think board would do this with any 10. Jack 10, Queen 10, King 10.
Kenny calls.
He just calls.
7 on the turn.
And now board checks.
I mean, he said 2 hours, so.
Kenny bets 12,000.
Just 2 hours every time we play, it's going to be like 30 days. It's going to a little
Board with a conservative call.
9 on the river.
I mean, maybe you want months.
8 makes a straight. Check, check.
Super.
Good.
I'm a little surprised Brent Kinney didn't raise on the flop, but it turned out good for him.
James, did he draw that seat, or was it? Where's the? Did he draw that? Did board draw that seat? Did someone see him draw the number?
Now Phil Hellmuth is putting in some kind of complaint as to how board what.
Quite understand. Like, you just want. I'll get you a wizard. I'm going to get you plenty. Yeah.
Yeah, I want you in the game, but I don't want you to get away with a lot of bullshit.
Your chair's going to the left a little bit.
That's fair.
Is that a fair answer?
That's so fair.
I'm just, you want me
So
to
you
be
need to
honest?
come and write
He
your
wants
check.
the bullshit. It's not you to get away with it.
Right. I want you to keep playing 4-6 options, especially against me.
Here? Is somebody coming here?
Thomas.
Oh, great. Perfect.
Yeah, so you can bluff off another 175,000 to him.
It was only
yesterday.
171, Bill.
171.
I'll round up.
That was off. Okay.
Phil is talking about a hand on the last show where Daniels bluffed off 171,000 to Tom Dwan, who made a flush on the river.
40,000 on a flush draw or something,
I
right?
was there.
I still don't know why Phil Hellmuth complained about where board is sitting.
Right.
And I've been living in Northern California since like August. For
In the Bay or?
What?
No,
Where?
more north. Like
Wait.
close to the Oregon border.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The hell is up there?
Queen 5-3 on the flop.
Oh, nice.
Land, not
Queens for Doug
Black
Poke.
life.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Brent Kinney misses and fires
really, really nice.
1,000. I think that's the smallest bet
Really.
I've seen this season on high stakes poker.
It is. Absolutely.
Of course.
Online poker.
But you could have some nice air, some
Deuce on the
nice
turn.
living, nice water.
Brent Kinney picks up a flush
Away
draw.
from the world.
You win. I just
Don't
had to
bet
challenge
it.
you a little bit.
And he bets 4,500.
Doug Polk's going nowhere. Maybe he's thinking about raising.
Just going to call.
On the way back to the room, actually.
Brent Kinney needs a club.
Did you hit it? That's it.
Has a 10.
So I was like, I slept fine.
Yeah.
He might think his 10 is good.
Yeah.
Check down. Queens king plays.
No, he realizes that the 10 was probably no good.
Doug Trappy Poke.
Oh, yeah, huge trap here.
Yeah.
Massive trap. Actually, I took that out of your playbook, Phil.
Okay, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, where are the chips? Oh, so what part of Northern California?
Mount Shasta.
Okay, my dad just got a place up in, what is it, Mendocino?
Yeah. Is that close? It might be west. Is that like along the
Mendocino's a
coast?
couple of hours at least.
Yeah.
And it's time for Northern California geography on high stakes poker.
Going anywhere from there is far.
Yeah, it's a disaster actually.
Kings for Phil. What's he going to do here?
He's going to raise.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice there.
No, he didn't raise. He just called. The 7 deuce.
Makes perfect sense.
And Phil's just going to call. He's planning to trap board.
4-6 ace.
6-4 came again.
You imagine.
That's $3,000.
If he had the 6-4,
Phil didn't like the ace.
I check.
Just going to call.
It might already be over.
6 of diamonds on the turn.
Which makes board a flush draw.
What's going on?
Check card.
I'm just gonna bluff it off now.
15,000.
That's 15,000.
This kind of doesn't feel fair, Bordy. You know, like,
Get it in.
it doesn't feel fair.
Wow.
I mean,
Phil is probably going to go out here.
feels quite unfair. Man,
How's he going to explain this?
I almost put the whole 100 in before the flop.
He's going to explain it by the
I wish you did.
board plays bet
You really do?
Yeah.
if he goes out.
Right, right.
I don't have anything at all.
He's showing the kings. He's going out.
Usual nothing.
Good fold.
You got me. Good play, Bordy.
Thank you.
What is your kings? Kings, just kings. King?
Kings, yeah.
2 kings?
Wow.
He didn't knock board.
Games are good.
So you limped, you got a raise. You limped and got a raise and then just spotted,
It
huh?
looks like Board is really enjoying this moment.
No, you.
He would have got a
You want my
diamond.
ex? Doug, if you let me get my explanation.
Wasn't that your third book, How Not to Play Kings?
Yeah, I do.
Is Phil Hellmuth so good that he's doing this to set them up for later?
Spoken like a true man who has absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
If I
This is how Phil Hellmuth plays.
It's
Nothing about later.
But probably
He
not.
doesn't take
You'd
any
probably
chances.
understand if I limped and I raised. But meanwhile, I know 100% you're going to bluff every street.
Phil, I have
So I said,
no
all
idea.
right, please give me no ace and let him bluff.
You know,
it out.
someone tried to reverse engineer some of my work once, and I said, I have no idea how they're going to do that because I don't know what I'm thinking.
40, what we do, here's what we do. 40, I play
I'm
with a
telling
lot
you
of
right
people.
now, I don't.
Let me finish my thing, Bordy. I play with a lot of people like you, so we keep track of how much you're up, and then at the end of the day, we see how much I've won. So if I get like 70,000 in one hand, but you've bluffed me 7 times. And
Phil Ivey saying, I can't believe I'm still listening to this after
But
15
you can
years.
still feel good about yourself because you bluffed me 7 times.
100%
And that's how I win the money every day almost.
When you're playing
Wow.
the world's greatest, Phil Ivey, you know.
King Jack 10.
Meanwhile, you limped in with kings, called a raise, and folded to 7 deuce.
Daniels has best hand with a pair of
On the turn.
And now Daniels makes the nuts.
Flush side doesn't come.
And Bryn Kinney's got the king high straight.
Yeah.
The 2,700.
2,700.
That's one. I told you, we check in with me at the end of the day, sir. Didn't last time we
Phil,
played
I'm sure
together,
you're
I
going to
won
inform
100.
me either way. Yeah, I don't need to check in with you.
Kenny
I won
calls.
105
He's
last
saying,
time
I don't
we played
believe
together,
yet.
200 game. You bluffed me 7 times that night too, right?
I think I did.
How'd you do that night?
5 on the
I
river.
won 100. 70 grand.
Sure didn't. You were
I
up
didn't
like
lose.
Maybe 30 or 20 when I left.
Phil, I have to say, I respect the commitment to the shtick. Like, the shtick is on no matter what.
The funny thing is, he's
Phil's
such
there,
a great human being
stick's
outside
going.
off the table. He's a really
Because
nice
it's the
guy.
truth. That's what I love the most. The shtick's easy because it's just
If it's the truth, yeah. It's
watch what happens. It's so simple. Most people have figured out when I limp, like when I played with Phil and Dwan. No
Daniels
one really
bets
would.
11,000.
They understood
That's
I'm
true.
limping with kings.
Immediate laydown by Bryn.
You played like 5 hours.
Though, when you-
Tom Dwan raised 0 pots when I limped. But
So you,
40 I can get.
Would you say that like you taught him to respect your limps?
Yes, it worked. He did respect
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He did
Tom
respect
doesn't
it.
like to play.
He respected
doesn't like
it.
to, Tom knows how tight I play. He doesn't
He
like
had to
to
do
play
7.
big pots against me. He's the only one that I can just for sure.
Count on.
Yeah, I can count on him.
You can definitely count on me to gamble.
Not the best start for Phil Hellmuth. This could get interesting quickly. Phil Ivey got up for a short break as we check out the stack sizes presented by Poker King, but Tom Dwan is still in the building. Everyone who likes to torture Phil Hellmuth is here.
Me.
Right over here.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Mr. Dwan.
And here comes Tom Dwan.
How's it going?
When you guys
Speaking about people who like to torture Hellmuth.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I can just give you off the stack. I got it.
Well,
I got it off my stack. It's fine. No, I think it's better if it's off.
Yeah, I don't think they want that.
You got it? Or just throw me. I got cranberry.
Phil's got a new outfit on today, too. He looks like a trailer park rapper.
Sorry, I was late, guys. How long you started? Oh, it's got like 15. It's an hour. Like an hour. Yeah.
Ice cold.
Maybe 3 times.
It's
Yesterday
good.
was the Tom Dwan show.
I should have a picture of him right now.
Wednesday.
Really?
What
Wow.
day? Yeah, what all?
Yeah. You said you won 130 Wednesday.
Oh no, that's right. You lost at the end. Sorry, my bad. You're up
No, Wednesday he won for sure.
Yeah, but
he was stuck all the way.
420 at one point.
I almost gave it all back.
Did you know that Tom Dwan and Mark Zuckerberg go to the same barber?
I know they shop at the same hoodie store.
Right.
Yeah, that's amazing. Same cut.
Yes.
3 bets to 4,400.
Well, we see some crazy pots between these two.
Phil Hellmuth does not even think about calling with
I only
King
played
8
crazy
suited,
punts against Tom yesterday.
but James Boyd with King 5 suited is in there.
Right? That was but that was Jason. Oh yeah. That's what it was. He just sat down. See it coming. And then what was the hand you called you with?
7 ace deuce, a couple of spades there.
And I made it 140% pot on the river.
4,000.
Dwan continues with a $4,000 bet.
15,000.
Really bored.
15,000 from Bordy.
A quick raise.
Like that. Not very nice.
And that's the end of that.
Feels good to put Dwan's money in somebody else's stack. It's something nice.
Lend him the money.
It doesn't have to be mine. It's just me. Anybody.
Earlier, we spoke to James Board about trying to lead a balanced lifestyle in a poker world that makes it difficult.
So at the moment, for example, I've been seriously focusing on my fitness until the last 2 months. I've been losing in general, business and whatever, and my fitness levels decreased and I got fatter. I think all those aspects are very important as a gambler. Your health, the lifestyle, your bankroll management, and game selection, which I never used to do. And now I'm a bit of a fussy, much more fussy individual. You know, I'm older, I've got a family and a child, so things are different.
What do you think about that, Gabe? You think Doyle Brunson worried about his fitness and his health when he was...
Next month, the free roll.
Big Papa used to work out twice a day.
Worth it.
I played. I don't think I've missed one.
Exhausting workouts in the gym.
You know,
IMC that one, fellas. See you there?
I have never won one of those things. Even.
Call.
I've never got past the first hour.
Phil is in. Jack 4 hearts.
So tilted.
Rick Solomon's
They're
one.
like, it's like 900 hours left or whatever. I'm like, I'm good, man.
Bob Safai's won one.
Yeah.
Rick Solomon's won
Big
one.
Al. LeBron won one.
Alan Keating's one. I mean, like, because I'm seeing these things. These guys are. I like the fact that, like, for me, like as a tournament player, I love it when they're trying their hardest.
6, Jack 10, all diamonds. How about that, Brandon Steven?
Brandon raised to 2,100, and he's flopped the flush.
Play good. I want to have somebody I know there.
And James Board is going to pretend.
Clean.
You know what that makes?
Absolutely.
What?
I was scheduled to play today.
It means he cannot lose whatsoever.
Oh, he can lose.
really
Can be
bad
an
trade
ace
if
king
he
of
got
diamonds, but he's got a straight
Okay.
flush.
All right, straight flush, yes.
And James Board is taking this opportunity with his 4 deuce
Bad trade.
to say, I'm raising you. Now, Brandon Stevens doesn't know what, because if he does, he can felt him here. It's not the case, but I think he should raise.
Usually doesn't like folding.
He's just
He
a
just
nice
calls.
guy, Bob Safai.
Check.
Check.
He slipped it to you with every
Check,
intention of
check
calling
on the
before
river.
you went dessert.
He wasn't going to get any more money in that hand.
Super nutted hand.
Oh,
Flush. Let's go.
Didn't have another barrel in you, huh?
I had value.
you are lucky you didn't have something there. You have the ace, that's going to be expensive.
Man, that's somebody.
A beautiful sight for Brandon Steven. A shiny new straight flush takes down James Board.
Straight flush.
It's cool. It's cool to be a part of something that you've known for so long, and I think it's iconic. I think what makes high stakes poker unique is that it's got its own flavor that's a little bit more, I think, kind of like high-end professional cash games, an environment you don't get to see very often compared to the madness and the tournaments and everything else. These are high stakes for some of the most famous players in the world, so this is the cream of the crop when it comes to playing high stakes cash. It's not an attractive bluff spot when you're considering bluffing, and then the guy that you're considering bluffing against is already looking to bet. He's like reaching to bet. Like, no, it's on me. Okay, over to you.
He had his hands on the chips already.
I'm like, there's no point in doing this.
Pointless
Whatever
bluff.
I bet is just dead money. We'll just
And it's bored too, so I mean,
let's just move on.
Phil Ivey couldn't look more excited about being here.
Yeah.
2,000 there.
1,100.
And Dwan, don't ask today. We are not playing the deuce to 7 game.
We're playing the 6-4 game.
Daniel's 3 bets to 3,600. Dwan's out.
The problem is it's a little too
And Doug
powerful.
Polk deciding what to do with his ace jack suited.
I had a hand yesterday. I jumped the fence.
I like Polk's style.
I got 6-4. That was a fun game.
How would you describe his style?
Very, very steady Eddie.
Pretty fun hand.
Daniels likes to play his button.
I was winning every hand at poker.
Polk 4 bets to 15,000.
And this joker said, let's play deuce to 7, Phil.
How was
And I
Brandon?
said no 5 times.
What about 6-4? Can we play 6-4?
And I got my deuce to 7, I bluffed 25,000 off the of course.
It's like the worst I've ever seen in beer.
It was shocking.
Okay. First time for everything.
I kind of expect him to be like maybe I would expect him to be a master Aladdin, except it's there's also a huge EQ element too, though, right? Like you have to think like other people think, right?
Which is really, a lot of people that are brilliant are not able to do that.
Correct.
I mean, like,
I'm a master Aladdin.
Phil,
No, I always win.
let's be honest,
Oh,
Phil,
what was your
you're the master at everything.
really?
Phil, what
Yeah.
was your degree at college?
Degree?
Didn't you go to college?
Yeah, I went.
You didn't finish.
My degree was
Poker.
poker and accounting. No, my degree was philosophy and accounting, which ended up being poker.
So, actually,
I dropped out when it was a big deal to drop out, and my dad almost killed me.
I have a funny law
Phil
story.
folded in college, too.
I was on my first date
That's
with,
where it began.
My fiance. We've been together for like 8 years now, and
4,000.
She's lovely.
she's amazing.
You don't deserve her.
Okay. But anyway, so we're on our first date, and we're like chit-chatting, you know, your awkward first date stuff. And then this woman walks over to us and says, excuse me, what date are you guys on? And I'm like, that's like a really rude question. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's, you know, it's a poker player thing. We're playing law and thinks of what date you're on, and we wanted to know, obviously, like, we want to know what date you're on. I'm like, this is our first date. She's like, okay, yeah, it's like a poker thing. Like, you probably don't know what it is. It's like, I dated this guy, he went deep in the main event. Like, you probably don't know anything about poker. I'm like, this is really weird. It's like a really weird situation to have someone come over here and like tell me about poker on my first date with, like, you know, it's.
It might have kind of recognized you, but that was the awkward way of introducing yourself to you.
Oh, no, but this was before I was like known for anything.
Oh, okay.
This was like 8 years ago.
Nice story, but in this hand,
Also, that's not how the game works. Like, you guess.
Brandon Stevens has got top pair, top kicker, and Tom Dwan's got a gut shot, straight flush draw.
Hey, I noticed your date was really awkward, so I'm here to ask you if it's your first
Brandon
date.
checked.
Okay, cool.
14,000.
That's funny.
Dwan bets
It was our first
14,000.
date. Yeah, I win. That's like an insult.
Yeah, she was excited when it was our first.
I don't
like,
think Brandon's going to raise.
It's just too awkward.
Maybe he will.
Like sick burn.
The weird thing about you and I
Well, you were right.
is like I go to like
He calls.
Tom needs a spade or a 10.
That ain't it.
Walking down the street and there you are.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Or I'll be at another famous sport.
Brandon's check.
That was the.
Tom's not going to win this pot with 9 high.
It's weird, man. Like 3 times I've seen you huge sport.
Where did you see me?
He's been firing last few shows.
Randomly on the street afterwards. One was the Cubs game.
Cubs game, I remember. It was funny because like we took the picture. I was on the sidewalk and you were next to me, so everyone thought I was like a giant.
Durr.
I was like,
In true Helmuth style, he didn't take any chances and he trapped Tom Dwan.
Nice hand. Thank you. I had 100. I had ace of spades, so I didn't think you had spades.
And Brandon Steven catches Tom Dwan speeding.
You know, I've been doing this for a while now, and so I've got to play with all these guys for a while. And they're good people. I mean, it's really awesome how cool people they are. And I've seen them on TV before I met them. And I've been on TV enough now where people, probably have a bigger advantage of watching me play and picking up things on me and what I don't really get a chance to study them like they probably are. But I mean, I think today's gonna be lighter, a little lighter hearted. But yeah, I mean, they're still phenomenal. But hey, they're still here to bluff too. So, it's more important for them to look hero-ish on the cameras than it is for me. So I have probably less to lose today than they do.
What do you think, Gabe? Is it are these younger guys at a disadvantage playing on TV?
When I think heroish, I'm thinking of a sandwich. That's all I know. A nice big sandwich. That's a heroish sandwich.
I was in jail 3 days.
Wow.
Chesnov had to get me out. The thing is, my battery died before I got in there, so I couldn't phone anyone for 2 days. Because the phones there are so complicated, I couldn't figure out how to ring my wife. Oh my. I'm phoning her, I was on the phone anyway.
You were going 170.
Yeah, they said it was a felony, and I couldn't get hold of Chesnov. My battery died, and you go there, all these.
Yeah, that's one for
They know how to
Chesney,
use the
that's one
phone. They've got like an ID. and they turn up and they've done it so many times, that's great, that they know how to use the phone, right? So I get there, I don't have an ID number for prison or anything. You only get 5 minutes. I've got no common sense. It took me like 5 to figure out how to pick up the phone. Yeah. You know, so you only get 5 minutes every day. So the first day I bricked it off. I bricked it off the second day, and on the third day I figured it out. Yeah. And then I was like, Chesney, get me the out of here. Yeah?
He probably had you out of there in an hour.
Within an hour I was out, and then he's like, you got a court tomorrow. I said, look, man, here's 20 grand. Just I'm not going anywhere near court tomorrow. Make it go away. And he went into court, argued the case, and they cancelled it or whatever.
Got locked up for doing 170 miles an hour. That's not speeding, that's flying.
Meanwhile, in this hand, Doug Polk has bet on every street, and Brandon Stevens called him on every street.
Didn't believe you.
And the sevens held up. He didn't believe him, and he was right.
Sorry for taking so long with the call.
I know, it was just...
I like to think through it sometimes.
I don't know what kind of phones they got in Vegas, but when I was locked up, regular phone on the wall.
What are you saying?
I've been locked up. The phone's right there. It's a regular phone.
We're very proud of you. I mean, what are you locked up for?
I spent a year there one night.
It's a good one. I heard it before, but that's good.
That's just what they do, and we're drinking Louis. We finished a bottle of Louis, and now
They're drinking Louis.
now
This
we're
is
in
not
his,
another jail story.
No.
It's a speeding story without jail.
Yeah.
And we're and we're both feeling pretty good. Let's just say that. And he has it up to 167 miles per hour at 4 a.m. Right, like coming near the Bellagio. And I just thought, man, if we had a freaking Pebble, you know, the world's going to lose some pretty good poker talent. You know what I mean? And 167.
2,500.
In this hand, we have
We went straight to the
a battle of the
craps table
queens.
at the Bellagio.
Board has the best kicker.
Craps is not my game.
Bryn Kinney has got the
yours.
second best kicker.
Is your jam?
167, and I was just like, and it was really smooth, even at 160.
Board raised, Kinney calls.
I just felt like,
How'd you feel on them, McLaren? Those things are tiny. I can't fit in one. I can't believe you can fit in one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually...
It's tight as all get out.
yeah, well, all I remember is when we were going that fast, just thinking, what in the hell are we doing? You know?
That's a great question.
Deuce on the turn.
Well, I wasn't driving.
I like
40
the
bets
control.
14,000.
And Bryn is thinking, is it possible I have the best hand?
Man, I remember when I got
Could
my
he have a
first
10
card that
jack?
was like, we go kind of fast, and we're going really fast. And then
Could he have a queen jack?
dumb, and then I don't think I've done it since. When I was young, you know. Like, really
Not
young.
since.
And he calls.
Completely open road.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there was no, it was 4 a.m. on there was
Another
no cars.
deuce on the river.
I will say.
Well, I mean, I've only been so.
Board checks.
But well, I have.
I think he's hoping that Bryn had a draw,
Texas.
and he's missed, and he will take a shot here.
His car, which is like 155.
But Board's check
Pulling up on it.
is making Bryn think he might have the best hand.
He bets 35,000.
And so he starts slowing down, and then he's like, "No, it doesn't," and starts speeding up. And we get closer, and we're trying to read it on the back.
Board calls,
And he's like, "Oh, it's state
and
trooper."
Bryn sees the bad news.
So he starts slowing down as he's coming into the car.
No. What did he have?
King, queen.
Oh, I thought you had the ace queen. Sorry.
All good.
Sorry.
Kenny thought he had the best hand. James Board knew better. Back in a moment. While the players took a short break, poker pro John Andrus joined the game. He replaces Phil Ivey.
Yeah, I think it's a shame we finally, we're all young, but we finally started to figure out like how much more important preparation was,
Yeah.
you know? And,
Yeah, prep's huge.
But
I don't think Phil Ivey played a hand.
No.
And I just got a note from the producers, fascinating, but
Yeah.
he wasn't feeling well.
What
so
can you do?
Different like playability and like options to where like when you're running like
Boardy's got
a lot of
sevens.
people towards one side of the
Ladies
map,
and gentlemen, Doug Polk on eSports.
you can play like a similar open so that it masks like the number of people and stuff.
And now his sevens run into aces.
It's really nice to sit down and get a pair of aces.
do they randomize like the spawns better now?
Yeah.
So you can't like predict where the other team is.
Yeah. It's,
You know we're playing 2-4, right? Oh, it's a re-race. Yeah.
Phil Hellmuth is not going to call this time. His instincts are right, or his poopiness is
a lot
right.
of people like
Just had ace jack.
play like spawn based enough, and it's a big part of the game. Check.
Trips for Boardy.
It's not trips. It's flop the set.
All right. Technical.
Well, we're technical people around here. And technically, John Andrus is really screwed in this hand.
40 raises to 10,000.
It really looks like board has flopped a pair of queens.
Four on the turn.
How much you start with? 100, right?
Yeah.
And board bets 30,000.
Andrew should probably go all in right here. The board is getting scarier. He's only got about 50,000 more. If board is drawing, doesn't want to give him the opportunity.
Call.
Now he just calls. Ace on the river.
All in.
All in.
I call.
Call. All in. Call.
You big back caller, that is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Andrews got really lucky there.
Man, nice start.
Whoa.
Nice start.
I had you.
Put a river.
That looks like it hurts.
No, I knew it had aces, but what am I doing to do? He's either got aces or kings. I can do.
57.
Explain to us exactly how you like the river.
I'm pretty happy.
Welcome to the game, John Andrus. We are back at Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas for more high-stakes poker.
And Andrus has another big hand. Ace King suit.
Raise.
1,000.
Not bad at all. He raises to 1,000.
Mini raise to 1,000.
4,000.
And Bordy, 3 bets to 4 grand.
Bordy, who's in the mood to gamble, makes it 4 grand. And I feel a re-raise coming on.
Andrus makes it 15,000.
You shouldn't play this show, really, because it's bad game selection. It's really unfair. I might quit.
Call.
Really.
You might quit because he had an ace in you.
No, I don't care about that. Just it's 4 pros and it's ridiculous.
What are the 4 pros?
9-7 jack on the flop.
See, look, over there. Not
Really strong flop for board.
I feel like
I think it's ridiculous.
Board could take on the world with that board. He's got a pair of jacks and an inside straight flush draw.
No, I think it's
He
ridiculous.
bets.
Turn one off.
Andrews is gone.
Don't feel the seat. Yeah.
Turn one off, dealer.
I'm in.
Well, they took Ivy.
One more.
I feel like
He's better.
Am I
better than
really
Ivy.
pro at
Yeah,
this point? Like,
he's way better than Ivy.
Well, right now we don't really want him to leave. He just took 100,000 from you.
I'm ready for him to leave.
He just took 100,000.
I don't care. I don't care.
If he leaves, he might be doing him a favor.
I don't care.
Really?
I love
Gabe, what do you
it.
think
I
of
haven't
this?
heard anybody complain about a player coming in.
I really don't know what's happening. James Ward is complaining about Andrus replacing Phil
I think
Ivey.
it's ridiculous.
40, this game's too tough for you, is what you're saying.
100% is too tough for me. 100% is too tough for me.
Okay.
I'm not entitled. 100%.
I'm not going to tease you, but when you go off like that, I have to.
100% is too tough for me.
You want some juice?
Yeah.
I just think James Ward did not take that beat too well.
Yeah.
I don't think Juice will do it. Maybe he needs Xanax.
It's funny, people don't ever complain about me being at the table.
I mean, you want me at the table, I fold every hand. Why you want me at the table? 40?
Because you're worse than him. It's simple as that. You know?
Why you want me at the table? Every big pot we play, you have 3 outs.
Brandon, 4 bets to 24,000.
You're not going to ask me to leave now, are you?
I had the 9-10 last hand, Dwan. I played it for you.
I feel a hand developing here between Dwan and Brandon Stevens.
Oh, yes.
Call.
Good call.
this is great.
Deuce 8-5 on the flop. Steven bets 17,000.
17,000.
if he had queens, kings, or aces. He probably bet more, and Tom Dwan thinks so too. He's raised to 44,000.
44,000.
That should be it, but Brandon doesn't look like he's ready to give up.
Made it 44.
44,000.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where do you have anything on the Jack 9-7?
I bet.
Yeah, big hand. Really big hand.
I had 9s with a 10.
You wouldn't have liked my hand.
Brandon's going to give it up.
What is going on here? If it's 6-4, show it.
You can show it.
Oh, no, no.
That's him, buddy. They just
What was it? Jack?
they just bluff me all day. I'm just the easiest.
Oh yeah, I just bluffed you off those queens there, huh?
No. Not bigger. You know how tight I am? Old kings there.
One of the most familiar sights in high-stakes poker, Tom Dwan winning pots. A look at the stack sizes presented by Poker King, Phil Hellmuth. Notably below $100,000, really hasn't gotten anything going tonight.
I didn't even know there was a blowout yesterday.
Okay, Bordy, I'm just going to have you drawing dead next time. It's much better. It's much better.
I'm happy.
So that means you're gonna wait until like the river, right, to get him. So he's safe until the river.
I always wait till the river.
You can just kind of like, know that you're safe until then.
I mean, when you're playing the world's greatest, you gotta get lucky. Yeah.
We'll raise it.
I think I heard Phil once on TV said if it was about skill, I'd win every day.
Yeah, he definitely.
And I think that was one of the best comments I've ever heard. If it was about skill, Phil, I'd be.
No, it was the opposite. So what'd you say?
You had me tilting yesterday, Bordy.
Without luck.
You had me tilting yesterday, Bordy.
Because it's bad luck. I would never lose.
Bordy, you had me tilting yesterday. I didn't tilt 1 inch, but at least you had me talking to myself.
Jack 9-8.
I will try.
What a flop.
Both Phil Hellmuth and Doug Polk have flopped straights. The nuts and the second nuts, they check. And because Andrus isn't in the hand, James board bets with his deuces. He bet 2,000.
I don't know.
All in.
I don't know.
And Phil Hellmuth has gone all in.
You should fold.
I think he's gone all in here because he's putting Doug on a draw. And he just does not want to give him the opportunity to draw at all.
But let's just see how much this is first.
It's about 125.
Since Phil raised before the flop, I would definitely be putting him on a set.
Yeah, it's 100.
And Doug's got a call. He's flopped a straight.
90. Yeah, about 100. No, it's 80.
This is insane.
And he can't possibly be putting Phil Hellmuth on Queen
So,
10.
you're going to take him off tilt.
He's got a call. Phil would not make this play with ace-10 of spades. I think Doug Polk is saying, would he make this play with a set? And it's not making sense to him.
It's just such a monster raise.
It's the quietest Hellmuth has been all night.
There was 12,000 and change in the pot.
Phil, what you got over there?
And Phil's gone all in and raised 90,000.
Jeez.
And Doug Polk looks like he's really struggling with this. Maybe he doesn't remember that Phil Hellmuth raised in early position.
Yeah.
And would he do that even with a Queen 10 suited? Phil has zigged and zagged at the right time, and I think Doug's got to call him.
I think he folds.
This is the nut.
I agree.
And these guys shouldn't be discussing
Yeah,
it.
right? That doesn't sound right.
No, they're making bets.
We're betting.
Phil, I'm considering making a very big laydown here. Very, very big laydown.
I mean, I could easily have, you know.
What could you easily have?
I don't know.
You just bet a lot into very, very little.
I could have a set.
Could you have a set? I don't think you'd have a set here. Come on, Phil, you're better than
I
that.
could have the blockers, 2 pens.
Oh, now you're busting out blockers? God, if I fold...
Doug to fold.
Yeah.
I could have the ace 10 of spades. That's very low.
I think I'm going to fold...
Can I call you a hand, Phil?
No, quiet. They're in the hands.
Afterwards.
You can call it in the middle of the hand. I don't mind.
No, I'm not doing
Help
that.
him.
I mean, I think I'm either dead. And I think that I'm dead a lot given this. Or, like, you just have, like, a ton of equity against me. So, like, I think I can just... God. Wow, this is going to look so dumb if this is...
God, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Yeah, I can show it, yeah.
This shouldn't be going on.
Wow.
A guy is considering making the best laydown we've ever had on high stakes poker, and these guys are interfering with his thought pattern.
I just...
Yeah, that's why I called.
Did you really?
I just don't think...
No, but we're still playing.
This is brilliant. I mean, Doug Polk is being absolutely brilliant at this point. And Phil Hellmuth is realizing he should have shut his mouth and not said anything, so that's what he's going to do at this point.
This is completely absurd. You get through him, and then he has to get through me. And then, no, this is just a fold.
Wow,
Not
wow.
a fold. Are you
hell?
crazy
Yes,
right now?
Unbelievable.
Phil, can I see your 8?
Ah.
Hey, come on, let me see your 8.
I'm not showing my hand.
Oh my
Turn one off, though. Let's see.
We're gonna see. We're
Turn
gonna
one off.
see. He's
Turn
got
one
8.
off.
He's got 8.
doing?
Turn
No,
one
we
off.
need to see it. We've got a side bet,
on.
Phil.
Maybe have it. You...
Phil, we've got a side bet. Please let's see one card.
Helmuth is
card,
embarrassed.
please. We've got a side
He's
bet.
acting like he wants to see the other 2 cards because he was looking for a pair.
I don't think I can call for sim.
I don't think you can fold.
That's because
He has queen 10. He's got queen 10. Pay the man. Let's go on the next hand.
Doug Polk is one of the few people on the planet that would have folded there.
I would have gave yacht. You were so
I mean, he's risking 100K, you're in the hand, and I'm in the hand. If he's just jamming a set, it's just like the worst
I think
play.
he's got 8s. I was like 9s or 8s. I took 8s. He took 10-7. You have 10-7.
Hey, Mr. Helmy, sir, when you saw his 10-7, did you like that?
I knew when I 10-7, I knew 100% he was calling. I had to call.
You are wrong, sir.
One of the all-time missed opportunities in that last hand as we take a look at the stack sizes presented by Poker King. Phil Hellmuth chips barely above 100,000 as Doug Polk avoids disaster. Next time on High Stakes Poker, Jake Daniels makes a big move on the river.
Oh, man. What the What do you have there, Houston?
The table is treated to a classic Phil Hellmuth rant.
Guy bluffed the money. Guy put some money in with 3 outs every hand against me.
And Tom Dwan just keeps on winning.
Straights and 2 pairs and trips like it's nothing.